Welcome back. I'm sure most of you didn't expect me here. Well, I'm back for ABAC. Paching. Okay, that was a joke. But in all seriousness, ABAC is another form of access control. Now you all might be wondering, okay, Dave, we just went through MACs, DACs, rulebacks, rollbacks, RBACs, all these BACs, I'm sorry. Well, here in attribute-based access control, we want to offer you another solution for your organization in that it's more granular, okay? You may be thinking, granular, doesn't that mean more complex? Well, sure, it could, but it also means higher levels of security. So you have these attributes listed out in statements and conditions. Okay, we'll get back to this in a little bit as to why that allows for this attribute-based access control to be more beneficial. First, let's take a look at some of the elements involved. Now, most of you are aware that we have something called subjects, objects, and actions. However, this attribute-based access control, or the ABAC, introduces another element to these rules, which is environment. All right, so you all know what subjects and objects is. Who accesses what, or who does what. And an action is anything such as reading a file, accessing a file, writing to a file. Environment, however, generally speaking, deals with time. Okay? It could also deal with location, encryption, devices, protocols, but for simplicity's sake, and for this example that I'm going to give you, let's deal with time. Okay? Let's say you, an auditor, want to access sales records. Okay? And here we'll put access. However, we'll throw in another element, environment. So, end of quarter. And please excuse my writing, but I'll speak it out for you. So auditors can access sales records at the end of each quarter. Now what does that mean? Well, you as an auditor cannot access these sales records until the end of the quarter. So the first 2 months, no access. But at the end of the quarter, you can access it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now let's look at some of the benefits to an ABAC. Now I mentioned before that it deals with statements and conditions, and it also has these 4 different elements. So because of that, all of this put together, it allows for not only more granularity, but it also allows for more flexibility. And this is even so for large organizations. However, the drawback, let's play on words there, the drawback to an ABAC system would then be cost. So what do I mean by that? Well, cost would be the processing power, the time that someone has to invest in setting this system up. And as CISSPs, essentially you guys are all managers. Think like a manager. Think like upper level management. So what? I told you way back when, right? Security and business should help each other. Security should enable business. So, as a manager, you need to always be cognizant of the fact that there are costs involved and to find that right balance between cost and benefit. Okay? And lastly, I'll end with one note, that ABAC can also help to enforce MACs and DACs. If you understood that, then it means you all paid attention to the videos. So with that, I'll see you next time.